They're so cute. Hello everyone, welcome to another art video. Grabie kindly sent me some of their watercolors to try out today. I will be reviewing them and testing them out to see how well they work and perform. This set is their watercolor pocket set, which includes 5 differently themed 12 half pan watercolor palettes. So when I first opened them up, I noticed that the lid on the inside didn't have any indented painting areas. Usually in a watercolor palette, the lids have indentations where you can mix your colors. However, it does make sense that these don't have them as they are pretty small. As I was swatching them, they were vibrant and the colors were almost all different and unique in every one. There were a couple colors I noticed that were duplicates in some of them, which is on purpose. And to test out each 12 half pan, I did one little painting that was inspired somewhat by the palette's theme. So let's move on to my thoughts on these paints. As I used them, I found them to be very vibrant. I enjoyed the color selection in each palette, and it was fun working with limited colors. One thing I noticed was that when I would try and pick up the paint without a lot of water in my brush, it seemed kind of gooey and it would make indentations in the paint cube, if that makes sense. I did some research and I found out that the gooiness and stickiness can come from using cheaper binder in the paint. One thing I noticed was with the forest colors, the pickle and moss looked almost identical. So that is something that I just found interesting, and I would have liked to see maybe a different color instead of the two there. Other than that, I enjoyed using them, and I thought the different themes for each palette was fun, and I liked the color selection. So for the floral set, I decided to paint some white bellflowers. I thought that was fitting to try these watercolors out. I wanted to take into account the price that you would be paying if you bought these. They're usually $50 for the bundle, but right now they are on sale for $40. But if you're buying them for $50, that would be $10 a set, and I think that is a pretty good deal for what you're getting and how many different colors you're getting, as most of them are unique and not duplicated colors. Another gem about this set is how cute the watercolors are. I think if you were traveling or something, they'd be perfect because they literally could fit in your pocket, and if you had big pockets. But if you want to challenge yourself a little bit, you could just pick out one set one day and work off of those colors, because using a limited color palette, even though there's 12 colors still, it pushes you to paint something different. As let's say the autumn one, you probably can't paint like soft flowers with those colors. You have to paint something autumn themed or darker with the colors that are provided. So I think that is a fun little thing that you can do with these sets is work off of the colors only and see what you create. I think this bundle is perfect for the person that wants to get into watercolor, or someone who wants to try out some new watercolors and wants to see what they can create. These were really fun to try out and swatch each color, because you really couldn't tell what the color was unless you swatched it on the card they provided, which is another thing I really appreciated about each set, is how nice the swatch card was, and it was really nice quality. I definitely referenced that when I was picking out my colors for each little painting I did. Personally, I will be using these watercolors for my sketchbook and such. I wouldn't use them for like commissions or anything. I would use more higher quality brands such as Winsor and Newton, but these were really nice to work with, and I would recommend them to anybody looking to expand their watercolor collection, because I know how fun it is to collect new watercolor sets, or somebody that wants to start watercolor or just wants to try them out. I don't think you can lose with these. And that is the end of the video, everyone. Thank you again, Grabie, for sending me these watercolors to try out. I really had a fun time with them. And thank you all for watching and making it to the end of the video. Please consider subscribing, as it tells me you are enjoying my content and want to see more like this. I would love to know what painting was your favorite out of today's video. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching again, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. See you in the next one. Bye.